So if you're looking to run YouTube ads, but you don't know exactly where to start, maybe you have winning Facebook ad creatives, or you've been running Facebook ads for a while, you saw YouTube ads, you saw how powerful of a platform it could be, and you want to migrate what's already working for you on Facebook for your offer onto YouTube ads. I'm going to teach you basically how to do all of that in this video. You're going to learn how to get those profitable Facebook ads that are working and port them to YouTube ads seamlessly to get the same result or even better, especially because YouTube ad has such better targeting systems, and I'll get into that. So let's go ahead and go to the screen here. So this is actually part of my full YouTube ads mastery guide. So if you're interested in running profitable YouTube ads, this guide will teach you how to make the campaigns and do everything from scratch and scale and test the ads, the creative, the media buying, everything. So if you're interested in this, click the link somewhere in the description to get this for yourself. But let's go ahead and get into specifically how to convert your already existing Facebook ad creatives onto YouTube ads. So if we go here, you're going to see we're going to follow this chart, right? So Facebook ads is a great platform for testing your offer, right? Because YouTube has the intent-based targeting and the more robust targeting options overall, it's just going to be naturally more expensive, right? But with that being said, if you have existing Facebook ads that are already working for you, even if they're pictures or videos, this framework will work the same. You just have to approach it differently based on whatever it is. Most of the time with Facebook ads, you're not going to be able to just get the Facebook ad itself and then put it on the YouTube platform and expect it to make money for you, just because the mindset of people on Facebook is going to be different compared to YouTube. Okay, think about it. When you're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and you see an ad on your feed, a lot of times the reason you're scrolling is just because you're bored, you're procrastinating, you're just killing time. And so you're scrolling, you see the interesting ad on your feed, and then it interests you and you click. But on YouTube, because people are there for like a specific thing, usually they're there because they want to watch a video, and then they get an in-stream ad or an ad before they even begin the video. You have to know that their mindset's going to be a little bit different because you're actually interrupting them. You're interrupting their experience with whatever you're advertising. And also just the nature of content on YouTube as well is that YouTube has always been known for having a step up in quality from the kind of content that's on that platform. It's longer form content, it's more educational, it's more valuable, it's more entertaining, just because it's more bulky at the end of the day, right? So keep that in mind. So with a Facebook ad, if we look here, the format of the ad, how you want to go about like just the basic stuff is that you want to make sure that your setup is professional, it's clean, you have good mic quality, you have good camera quality. It doesn't have to be a crazy studio or 4K, 8K cameras and it's a movie production, especially in the beginning when you're still trying to figure out the messaging and you haven't ran YouTube ads before. I actually advise against that, and I advise that you go for something more simple. A setup like this is actually perfect because you can hear my voice, I'm clear, I'm using a camera, I'm using a microphone here, and you can see my screen. So this is something just like this would be fine. You can also record ads on your phone as well. The front camera, you can use an app like Prompt Smart Pro to record the front facing camera. The main thing when it comes to cameras like those though is that you have to make sure that the lighting is good, because if the lighting sucks, then the camera's quality is going to be bad, right? That's just how it is when it comes to phone cameras. Phone cameras are pretty good, but you have to make sure you have the right conditions there if you want it to look good for that. And the next thing is that you want to make sure your ads are horizontal, right? Because if you're running YouTube ads, most of the time the people are going to be watching a YouTube video. And yes, there's YouTube Shorts ads, but that's a completely different subject. That's more nuanced, that's more specific. So we're not going to get into that. But for 99% of the time, you just want to stick to horizontal, normal YouTube ads. You don't want to have like a cropped square ad from Facebook pasted onto YouTube because it's not native to the platform. You have to make content native to the platform. Just like organic, it's the same way with ads, right? Next thing is the length of the ad. So on average, YouTube ads are going to be a little bit longer compared to Facebook ads because again, YouTube content is a little bit longer compared to Facebook content, right? So it just is what it is. There's not really a defined length, of course, with YouTube, but the longer that the video is, the more YouTube is going to punish you with higher CPMs. So I'd say the ideal length for a YouTube ad is between 1 minute and 30 seconds and 2 minutes and 30 seconds, right? Because the mindset of the prospect's a little bit different, that extra length gives you time to basically sell them more and entertain them / educate / give them more value, in the actual ad, which is why that real estate's important. So you don't just want to fill it with extra things. You want to make sure that what you're actually talking about in the ad is relevant and specific to their case, right? So the next thing is the hook, right? So hooks are actually going to be pretty straightforward. It's pretty similar to Facebook ads hooks, like if you've done video ad hooks. First of all, when you're making an ad, You want to make the hooks sell the click. You're not trying to sell the offer. You're not trying to sell the call. You're just trying to sell the click. So keep that in mind with YouTube ads as well. These people are getting interrupted. You just want to sell the click, keep their curiosity up. Curiosity is usually the main reason why, right? It's going to be the number one reason. If they see your ad, they see the authorities there, they're going to click to see what's on the other side. And so you have to make sure that your hook is incentivizing that, right? So after you hook them in, catch them with the call to action saying click to learn how to do this, or click to learn this exact system, right? And then even then go a step further, but we'll get into that in the close later, but you want to show them exactly the kind of page that they're going to visit once they click, right? So that they're not lost when they click, they understand what the next step is. Anyways, so for the hooks, something that works really well with YouTube is offering a value proposition. Like, for example, I'm going to teach you how I was able to generate $1 million in revenue with YouTube ads for this business, right? The exact framework. Something like that really works on YouTube because, again, people are there to be entertained or be educated. That's from Brian. So you just have to make sure that you stay in that lane, you give them value, and you incentivize them to keep watching the video, right? Of course, other basic things like moving objects, like for example, your phone, stuff like that, is always going to be good. That's basic marketing, basic advertising, but that stuff still works on YouTube as well. Again, I think the main thing with YouTube is just going to be making sure that you're giving them value when you're doing the hook, right? Or you're proposing that you're going to give them value, I should say. So next thing is the body, right? So the body is where I'd say the main differentiator between Facebook ads and YouTube ads is, right? With the body is going to be longer than a Facebook ad because of the nature of the ad. So for me, when I'm writing bodies for my clients, I do it in a way where I basically answer the question why. Because a lot of times when I'm reading something in my own head, maybe it's just like the kind of way that my brain is wired, but I'm thinking why? Why should I? Why this? Why that? Why? So at the end of the day, if you answer why in your body, why they should click, why they should keep watching, why they should care, then I think you'll be fine, as long as you do it in a way that, again, is conducive to the kind of mode that they're in when they're actually watching the ads. So just keep that in mind. Answer why. It's your sales argument. Why should they care? And again, sell the click, not the entire offer. Sprinkle some call to actions throughout your ad. So there should be, like in the body, there should be 1 or 2 call to actions saying to click to learn more, click and you'll see this, whatever it is. Sometimes depending on how much you can squeeze in there, you can have value in there, but you don't want to give away all your strategies. The value is not there to give the strategies. The value, you want to give it in a way that, again, invokes curiosity and still incentivizes them to click. Instead of giving them straight value, you just want to give them principles that are still valuable and still will kind of mold their mind a little bit. It doesn't just straight up make them go into note-taking mode, because if you give them that stuff, they're probably not going to be interested since you've already blew out all the curiosity. So give them principles, So if I was selling YouTube ads on a YouTube ad, I would say YouTube ads beat Facebook ads hand down. And the reason why is because of intent-based targeting, which lets you get in front of your ideal prospects that are searching for exactly what you're offering. So all you got to do is set up your campaigns and your ads in a way that get in front of these kind of people. If you click learn more somewhere around this video, it's going to take you to a page where you're going to be able to actually get this exact framework to be able to do this for yourself with your own offer. You see how it still keeps the curiosity. I'm still teaching you, but it's not actually giving you the framework. The framework is on the other side of the ad. So that's what matters, okay? That you have to keep that in mind when you're doing your body. And you can see here, keep the curiosity, but extend your reasoning. That's really the main key when it comes to the body. Right. So for the close, you should have already probably closed like once or twice before the actual close section, but the idea still stands the same. You just want to tie it around the sales argument. What will they get if they click? Show them what will happen. Show the actual screen of the page that they're going to land on when they actually click. Because when they do, they're not going to be confused. You're not going to end up losing out on the stuff after they click, right? So the main key around the close again is to just answer why I should click. I know it sounds basic, but it's the basic stuff like this that we end up overthinking, or we just don't end up actually considering when we're making the ad. We overthink over, I should say, right? So that's the close. And then with the post-production, so editing, You want to use editing to emphasize things. You don't want to use editing to add random things to it just because, like random effects. You want to use it to emphasize a point. Zoom ins and zoom outs are the biggest thing. Honestly, I became a 10 times better editor when I started learning how to zoom into content and just zoom out. Like just literally zoom in when they're emphasizing points. It's that simple, right? Words and texts and stock footage is good too. The editing depends on really the kind of market you're going after. If you're going after a market that's younger and, you know, is kind of like, you know, they're in the generation where it's TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, the editing's probably going to need to be faster paced to keep up with their kind of mind. But if you're going after lawyers, then having that faster paced editing might lose them. So you just want to approach it. So however your Facebook ad is edited is probably going to be the same for YouTube, right? If it's working. If your Facebook ad's working and it's got a bunch of crazy editing, then just do the same with YouTube, because the actual market hasn't changed. It's just the platform, right? On average with Facebook ads versus YouTube ads, you can tone down the editing a little bit for YouTube ads since it's going to be more of a value video instead of a straight up stimulation video like Facebook or TikTok, right? And of course, these same principles go with YouTube as well, but make the ad feel like it's not an ad and make it feel like it's actually something valuable, something that they go like, oh, I should stick with this video, you know, like, oh shoot, this thing's calling me out. So just keep that in mind. Don't make it feel like an ad. Make it feel like they're getting something out of it just by watching it. Not even clicking the video, just make it feel like they're getting something out of it by watching it. That's what really matters with these ads, right? When you're in post-production, the way that I would do the ad actually is I would have multiple variants of hooks in the beginning, right? So I'd have like 5 different hooks that you've drafted that you can go in and replace each one of them. You can kind of substitute each of the hooks, but keep the same body and close, right? So that therefore you can test which hooks are working the best for you and then use the principles that are working in the hooks and the things that they're calling out in your body, right? The hook is going to be 80% of your success when it comes to YouTube ads and advertising in general. You know, they've been doing this stuff for hundreds of years anyways. So once you're done, you should come out the other side with some good YouTube ads to get started with. And these ads are going to be awesome because you're going to get data back really quickly. And by having 4 or 5 different variants of these ads based on the hooks, you're able to know what's working already and what's not, turn off the stuff that's not working and reiterate on the stuff that is working and make some money with YouTube. Hopefully this video was valuable. Let me know if you guys want that guide by actually going into the description and clicking the link, and then I'll send it over to you. If you're interested in learning how I can do this all for you and you can just be completely hands off, book a call with me. I'll probably have the calendar link below so you can actually book a call and we can talk. We can audit your account and see if your offer is a good fit for YouTube ads and scaling with YouTube ads. If you have any questions about this process, feel free to DM me on Instagram or just comment below on YouTube and I'll get to your comments. I'll answer all the comments as long as they're relevant. If you guys found this video valuable, like and share it with others so that it lets me know that I'm doing my job and I'm serving you guys the right way so I can keep doing that moving forward. Appreciate you sticking to the end and see you in the next one.